What is up, my fellow Ojamans? CryptJ1958 here, coming at you with another deck profile. I just took this deck to a locals that is kind of like the summer extravaganza type thing. You could win trophies. We had 23 people there, 5-round Swiss, and then cut to top 8. I ended up going X2 in Swiss, barely missing out on top 8 because my tiebreakers both lost in the last round. But this is the deck that I brought. It's going to be a tri-brigade deck. So, running the 3 Fractal, 3 Nerval, 3 Kit, and the 2 Karaz. If you don't know what these cards do, Fractal discards itself to Foolish Burial one of your other tri-brigade monsters. Nerval, if he is sent to the graveyard, adds you a tri-brigade monster. Kit will Foolish a tri-brigade card, and then Karaz will discard a warrior, beast warrior, or wing beast from your hand to special itself. And they all have the same effect that they can banish any beast, beast warrior, or wing beasts from your graveyard to basically cheat out a link of that type from the deck, or from the extra deck. So if you banish 2, you can summon a link 2, banish 3, link 3, etc. Pretty small engine, but it's really powerful deck. The link monsters really make this shine. But we're going to be mixing it with Zoo. And I know Dryden got banned, which makes me sad, because this deck would be so much stronger if Dryden didn't get banned, but we can still take advantage of the Zoo cards. So we're running 3 Thoroughblade, 1 Rapier, and 1 Barrage. Obviously, Thoroughblade, summon, ditch a Zoo to draw, Rapier, normal summon, Foolish another Zoo, and then Barrage pops a card on the field to summon a Zoo. This helps us get into different extra deck plays. We can even do a few things that you probably wouldn't guess that we could actually do in this deck. And then we got our hand traps, 3 Ash, and 3 Droll. Mostly Drytron is what is played a lot at my meta. Actually, 4 out of the 5 rounds I played was against Drytron. The last one was Virtual World. And then Ash is just good all around, because a lot of decks, if you can stop their first card, or their first starter, you can stop the deck. And we're going to jump into the spells. We got 3 Tanky. This will search any of the Zoos. It will also search Fractal. So, our main play starter for the Tri-Brigade, plus any of our Zoos. Pretty self-explanatory. The extra 100 to Beast Warriors does come up from time to time. Don't forget that, because it can decide games. Draw power, we got Desires. The next hand trap type card, Dark Ruler No More. Really pretty self-explanatory, just negate everything on the field. You can't do damage, but I mean, if you just make Zeus, you can clear the field, and your opponent has to start from scratch. We also got 1 Feather Duster. That is our only mained spell and trap removal other than... Actually, that is the only mained. 1 Called By. And this next card is a card that I started testing just to kind of see if it would work. And the more I played with it, the more I loved it. And it's not something I've seen people run before. But that is Cattle Call. And what this does is it's a quick effect, which does come up, and it says send 1 face-up monster you control to the graveyard with an original type of beast, beast warrior, or wing beast. Special summon. Let's see, special summon from your extra deck a monster with that same original type. It can't attack, and its effects are negated, and it's destroyed during the end phase. we don't care about the restrictions. So this is usually used to cheat out Link 2s that you didn't have access to, or in one instance, one of the Zodiac cards. And this also helps it so your tri-brigades can't get impermed. So, like, you bring out, say, you summon Fractal, and you go Fractal Effect to Banish to Special, and they go imperm. You chain Catacall, send it, bring out, your one of your links that's Beast Warrior, and then you still get to summon off of Fractal because the imperm lost its target. So it does quite a bit. It's pretty nice. I really enjoy playing it. And it also makes another card live that a lot of people are having a hard time playing. We got the 3 Revolt, obviously. Revolt's broken. Just solar recharge back, link summon, and then activate a bunch of effects to gain advantage. 3 strike. I go back and forth between strike and judgment. Really just depends on what I'm going against, but I have found strike has been more useful over the last little while, just based on the decks that I've been playing against. Because nowadays stopping the normal summon doesn't win you games, so that's kind of why I prefer strike. And then the last card is Imperial Order, just so we can stop those striker players. Well, that rounds up the main deck. For the extra deck, start with the links. We got Almirage, because Fractal and Kit are both able to be used as material for this. So if you have to normal summon them, you make that, and then you can gain the advantage from them. We got the Double Dragon. What that does is quick effect. You can send a card on the field or a card in your hand to the graveyard to bounce a card back to your opponent's hand. Face-up card. And you can cheat that out with the Tri-Brigades effect. We also got our Bear Broom and Fergit. So Bear Broom is really nice card. Just 2 Tri-Brigade monsters. You make it, and then when it goes to the... You can pitch 2 cards from your hand to special one of your banished Tri-Brigades. That one I don't use too much, but when this goes to the graveyard, you can add Revolt to your hand, and then put a card from your hand onto the bottom of the deck. So this gets you your trap card. And Fergit lets you summon a Beast Warrior, Wing Beast from your hand, and then when it goes to the graveyard, you draw a card and then put one on the bottom of the deck. For our Link 3s, we got Doom Eagle and Silver. Doom Eagle is just a push for game. You can shuffle a card from your opponent, a monster from your opponent's graveyard, back into their deck. It's a quick effect, and if your opponent does not have any monsters in their grave, then its attack doubles. So it goes from 24 to 48. So that, and really anything 32. If you can put 3200 on field, you have game. And then Silver, on your opponent's turn, lets you get a Tri-Brigade from your graveyard or hand, special summon it to the field, and then at the end phase it bounces it back to your hand. And that's usually used to trigger the Link 4's effect, if you can set that up, but it's good for link climbing. It does come up quite a bit. I usually make it every game. For our Link 4s, we got 1 Appaloosa, 1 access code, and then the 2 Omen. So Appaloosa, obviously, 4 monsters, different names, gains 800 for each monster you used, and then for each different name you used, and then can lower its attack by 800 to negate a monster effect. Access code gets big number, and then banish link monsters from your graveyard, pop cards on the field, can't be responded to, and then attacks for a lot. The Shurag or Omen whatever you want to call it. It banishes a card, non-targeting, when it hits the field, and then if a beast warrior, or wing beast is special summoned while it's on the field, you can also banish a card. And it is a hard once per turn. And then when it goes to the graveyard, for every banished beast warrior, or wing beast, you can add a beast warrior, wing beast from your deck to your hand, whose level equals the number of banished cards you have. So helps you recuperate your losses, and then it just helps push for game. 3,000, pretty strong. Usually I'm getting out Access Code and Omen, and that's game. That rounds up the links. So we're running the one Chakanine and the one Borbo, and this is all the zoos we're running. Borbo is obviously to go into Zeus. Chakanine, you can get two zoos on field, and then you can link into Ferjit. Or what I like to do is you go into Chakanine, you use Chakanine's effect to get out the other zoo, and then you play Cattle Call, send the other zoo, and then you get Borbo out onto the field. Because Chakanine says the monster it revives cannot be used as a disease material. Cattle Call gets around that. So you get these two out, then you go ahead and overlay them for Utopic Future. And then you overlay that for Utopic Draco. And Utopic Draco is freaking nuts. Basically, your opponent activates a monster effect, you detach, negate the monster effect, and if that monster is on field when it activated its effect, you steal the monster permanently. It just becomes your monster. So it's just nuts. And with, a really, really good hand, you can end on a Utopic Future for 3, an Appaloosa for 3, with Revolt set. And your opponent's just not doing much at that point. You could cut these if you wanted to and play, more zoos, so you have like bigger Zeuses you can make, or you can play a third Omen, or more of the Link 2s for the tri-brigades. I just really like this setup, and with Cattle Call it's a lot of fun. And then the last card we have, of course, is Zeus, just to whiteboards. But this is the deck I took tonight. I went X2, played Drytron, and lost to him. He's considered one of the best players in our locals. He's always at the top tables, and I just couldn't outgrind him. Game 2 was another Drytron, and I 2-0'd him. Game 3 was round 3 was another Drytron, and we went into Game 3, and I beat him in time. Round 4 was the Virtual World, and I just bricked so bad in Game 1, and then Game 2, he Lancia'd me before I could even do anything, and that just kind of sucked. And then round 4 was another Drytron, and I beat him in Game 3. So, yeah, if the first guy and the Virtual World player wouldn't have lost in round 5, I actually would have been... There was a good chance I could have made top 8 and played for the trophies, but that's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, this is the deck I've been playing. I really enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead, ask any questions, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.